Hi, it's Tom Panos here. I'm with Jen Toop and Susanna Toop. Last night we were having dinner with them and Anthony and his wife, and they told me about the launch of the Wellness Centre at Toop and Toop, and we're actually here to see it. Hi, girls.
Hi, Tom.
Hi Tom, how are you?
Good. What are your roles in the company at the moment?
So I'm General Manager of Sales and Marketing, so I look after our sales team and also look after the advertising studio.
Okay, and Susanna?
And I'm General Manager of Operations, but at the moment I'm overseeing, and I have been overseeing now, the Property Management Division, so I head that up as of about November last year.
So, Susanna, this is all part of the plan, because I remember when I had the conversation with Anthony last year and we did the video, there was a succession plan in that you were coming in, and the path is that you're both going to take over running the business in the short-term future.
Mm-hmm. That's still very much the plan. So
Yeah.
I'm overseeing property management, and that's sort of been a great opportunity for Jen and I to work on very different areas. So overseeing property management, obviously we've got the investment type focus, which is my background.
Yeah.
And Jen then oversees the sales and the marketing, which is very much her strength. So we've managed to sort of split the business down the middle and make sure it plays well to both of our strengths.
And we have very different skill sets as well and what we like doing in business, so that means that we don't overlap with each other.
Not too many fights, Tom.
Yeah. Well, that's a good thing, because one of the things, the takeaway points that I say to a lot of the viewers of our videos is to work to your strengths and outsource your weaknesses. And you're far better doing things that you like and you're good at, and get other people to do things that you're not so good at. And by the sounds of it, you've actually found the things that you generally prefer doing. But the reason that we're actually not in a real estate office is you've already put your stamp on this business, because this has to be the first real estate office ever, that's got a wellness centre. And this has actually got the name, the Toop and Toop Wellness Centre at Toop Village here at Norwood. And people that know I'm obsessed about health more than I am about real estate, because I'm actually convinced that there is a correlation between how healthy you are and how successful you'll be. So tell me about the Wellness Centre. What is it and why have you created it?
Well, as you know, Tom, real estate isn't a 9 to 5, Monday to Friday job. It's all encompassing. You really have to live it to do it really well. So we've put the Wellness Centre into place, and we've been thinking about it for a few months now, because we think health is just as important as work, and I think going forward is going to play an even more importance as a company's point of view to be responsible to make sure your staff are healthy and fit as well as performing in their work.
And when we did the numbers on it, we figured out that we have a personal trainer, which Jen and I and both of our parents, we've had her now for quite a while, and it's been working really well for us. But we wanted to take it to that next level and have this available to all of our team. And really, when we were throwing around the idea of this wellness centre, we wanted to really get someone that was full-time, that could dedicate themselves to our team, because we understand that there needs to be flexibility. I mean, no day in real estate ever pans out the way that you think it will. So the idea that we have someone full-time on our team working with us, all through the week and on a Saturday, to make sure that our team can find the time to get in and really use the gym and make the most of it.
Okay, that's outstanding. And I think as people that are watching this video, I think there's a lot of new agents now know that you go from the heights of exhilaration to the depths of depression in 24 hours in real estate. And having the ability of having high levels of energy and the ability to cope with stress are critical behaviours in real estate. Yeah. And do you see, like, we're sitting in here, the gymnasium, which I've got to say is probably about better than most gymnasiums I see at hotel rooms, right? Like, I'm looking at the free weights, I'm looking at some of the machines here, and you got chin-up bars, you got treadmills there. Do you actually see people that are in real estate sales coming in here, do a workout and then going back to work? Do you see this as incorporated as part of their day?
Yeah, definitely. I think just the feedback so far from the sales partners is that they haven't had the time to be able to go out to gyms, and although that might seem like an excuse, bringing it closer to them and having Chris around full time, being able to encourage them and motivate them to get into the gym and look after their health, I think is something that you need, because you need that constant reminder that it is important and you need to make time for it. And I think having Chris on board full time is going to make it from a gym into a wellness centre and into something that people will use. And not only that, we're geared up, as you can see, with all the free weights. for Chris to be able to go out to our other offices as well, because we have 7 offices, so he can get in the car and go out and do a boot camp outside with some of the other offices rather than them having to come here as well.
Okay, we got a real estate office. It's created a wellness centre. It's got on board a full-time personal trainer that will do PT sessions with real estate people one-on-one, but also doing group classes.
Yes, that's right.
Don't get me wrong, I don't think that this is the answer to everything, but the fact that people are going to be able to concentrate on their fitness, that it's here, it's cheap, it's actually not cheap, it's free. So tell me more. Also, I noticed that we went inside before and we talked a little bit about there's food preparation, and what was that all about? Fill me in on that.
So the nutrition side is something that's also really important under the whole wellness and being well as an individual, not just sort of lifting weights and pumping iron.
Yeah.
So we've covered off, and we appreciate that it's not just about the fitness side, it's also eating well and eating good food, and also having a bit of quiet time and a place to be able to relax and get away from the busy, fast-paced environment that's in all the other hubs of our office spaces. So we've got 21 The Parade, which is a new building that launched December last year. Part of that building embodies a kitchen where there's a fridge for Chris, the Wellness Centre manager, to be able to stock that full of food. And part of his role is to provide healthy alternatives to our meetings when we have them over lunchtime, or if it's a breakfast meeting, rather than running down and getting cookies or God knows what from the supermarket. This ensures that we're providing a healthier alternative to our team when we're meeting over lunchtime or having breakfast meetings throughout the week.
Beautiful. While I've got you here, I can't help, but one of the things I want to ask is, I know your dad. Your dad is old school real estate, right? This is the way it's done. And he was brought up in an era where it was all about, you know, getting the deals done. I look at you two, both gone through uni, law, commerce, economics, is it?
Bachelor of Business.
Bachelor of Business, okay. So you've come into real estate. Your first, has it been a year?
18 months.
About 18 months.
2 years?
now. Yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking? Do you like it? How's it panning out?
I love it. I don't know about you, but
No, it's-
it is addictive. I know Anthony says that a lot, but once you're in it, no 2 days are the same. Everybody that we work with is amazing. You're in an industry where you're dealing with people and their biggest assets, so it's a great environment to get to know people, talk to different people, and not have 2 days ever the same.
Awesome.
And we're really keen, Jen and I, when we both came in, it wasn't about just sort of putting it in a holding pattern. It's something that from the very first day we came in, we wanted to make sure that we could drive change and drive innovation within the business, not just across processes or bits and pieces that we do in our respective areas, but also big change in terms of the way the company is going to look going forward. And we think that bringing in the Wellness Centre is one of the ones that we were really keen to get off the ground as soon as we possibly could. So it's exciting that it's all come together and that we've launched it this week.
Property management is such a big part of the business. I mean, when you look at the financial services industry and you look at funds under management, and I look at the fact that this business has got over 2,000 managements, and you're looking after, that's your portfolio.
That is, yes, $1 billion under management. So
$1 billion.
Yeah. It's no small task, and it means our team are working around the clock to try and deliver a high-end service to our clients. And part of that, and why we think the Wellness Centre is going to be so beneficial for our team, is not only will they hopefully be able to get rid of all their gym memberships, everything, all their other commitments in terms of fitness, we're hoping that they'll be able to say goodbye to their gyms and really come and embrace the Wellness Centre, because for us it's really important for them to be able to come along whenever suits and really make the most of the gym facilities here.
Okay, so Susanna, what we're talking about is the fact that you're allowing property managers to be their best version of themselves at work every day, even though they're going to get a lot of negative influences coming through. It's just the nature of the work. But more importantly, I mean, a lot of people in real estate don't realise not everyone's a seven-figure agent. Not everyone's making $300,000 or $400,000 a year. That there are people that make $60,000, $70,000 a year, and yes, a $60, $70 membership at a gym affects them, you know. And having that flexibility, allowing them to have this as part of their employment, is a big bonus.
Well, we have a lot of support staff here as well at Took and Toot, because we have over 40 sales agents. So the support teams under them and the admin girls, yeah, they don't have those big salaries like some of our sales partners. So for them to be able to give up their gym membership and come in here and be able to train with a trainer and group sessions, as well as the team bonding, it's helping them financially in their pockets. And hopefully it's a great, I suppose, asset for us as Toop and Toop, because we can offer that to people that other companies can't.
Beautiful. You've put your stamp on Toop and Toop. Well done.
Thank you, Stom. It's exciting, and we're really pumped to see how the staff embrace it and what we can really add value and see them improve in all areas of their lives, work side as well as the wellness and healthy living side.
Beautiful. Okay, thanks
you.
a lot. Okay, now I've got Anthony Toop. Anthony Toop is the guy that is the 100% shareholder and owner of this business. Anthony, what has happened to this place? They've taken over.
Mate, I can hear that introduction any time you like. 100%, I may own it technically, but no, the girls are right into it. And what is great is I learnt many, many years ago that you can't give someone your business to run, they've got to take it. The girls are taking it.
This is the first, like to me, I'm seeing it evolve through my eyes. Like I've been here a couple of times, I've seen you saying that this is my plan, this is the start of the plan. 1 year later, I'm actually seeing the plan being executed. You're talking about like in a couple of months' time or a few months' time that they're going to be appointed joint CEOs. They've already have not just said, oh, it's ours, we own a real estate office. They're actually looking at evolving it, changing it, moving it forward in different directions. And the Wellness Centre, that was their brainchild, wasn't it?
Well, that's a perfect example that we would never have probably thought of it or got around to it. Admittedly, because I've been so sick, you do think about health a lot more. But to actually action it and put resources to it and make it a priority is really the difference, because we're so used to just everything needs to have a bottom line value. Well, that's not entirely true, because we've always done a lot of innovation and we've always spent a lot of money investing in things, but it's always been technology based, or it's been, but to invest in the people this heavily is a big move. And you know what? They're on the right track.
Yeah, well, this is a major transformation from an Anthony Toop going into a sales meeting 15 years ago with Hungry Jacks and fries on the table with cappuccinos.
Can I admit to something?
Yes.
I had a Hungry Jacks a week ago.
Wow.
And I promised I wouldn't have any more Hungry Jacks, but I knew the Wellness Centre was starting, and I thought I got no chance when Chris starts. So,
so this, Chris is going to, Chris is
I'm
here.
ready for the torture.
You're ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. No, and I must say, I think a lot of the team are. We all know what we should do. We all know how we should act, what we should eat. But real estate agents get so busy that they miss lunch, they have lunch at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, dinner at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, go straight to bed, up in the morning, back to a 6 o'clock breakfast meeting, eating cafe lattes, eating greasy this, greasy that, on the run. And as much as you want to do something and live differently, this kind of world we're in drags you down that track. This whole Wellness Centre is the girls' way of saying, stop. Not only stop to the team, but stop, Dad, and eat properly. It's a priority. It's not something that actually is negotiable anymore. It needs to happen. Do you want to live longer? You need to do this. And then the whole team will benefit from the learnings that we've had from our life experiences.
Well said, Anthony. Well said. Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Tom.
Good. I've got with me Chris Duncan, who is the personal trainer at the Wellness Centre at Toop and Toop. How are you, Chris?
I'm really good, thank you.
Hey, mate, this is like such a unique thing. A PT for a real estate company. How does it work out? I mean, what were you doing before?
I was a personal trainer in the city.
Yeah.
And I also lived on a cruise ship for quite a few years, so I did something similar to what we're doing here. But what we've got to look at is this is a lot more than just personal training. We're encompassing all aspects of wellness within the staff and within the facility here.
What does wellness mean to you?
Well, the way I see wellness is that we've got to look at the 5 aspects of your health and your lifestyle. So activity, so that you are getting moving, be it weights, cardio, Pilates, some form of activity. We've got to look at your food. We've got to look at the fluid that you're taking in, making sure the body's hydrated, but also things like sleep and stress management. So they're the 5 areas that I want to be looking at whilst here.
Okay, I want to go over those because I think they're really important. Stress management, sleep, how much water you're drinking, the food, and exercise, and how much you're moving. Can I ask you, because most real estate agents that I know, they ask me, they always set goals, they want to lose some weight. Food or exercise?
Food.
Food?
Yep, abs are made in the kitchen.
Abs are made in the kitchen.
Yep.
I like that. Get ripped in the kitchen.
That's it.
Okay, so how much weighted towards food? 80%, 70%?
I'd say 70 to 80%, definitely.
Okay, what is good food? Low carb? Everyone's obsessed with low carb. Is that?
Not necessarily. Your body needs that carbohydrate. The body does need the energy from the carbohydrate. And there was actually a study that came out, it was announced yesterday, saying that the high protein diets are almost as dangerous as some of the other sort of low carb effects of the low carb diet. So what we've got to look at is just a holistic approach, all aspects of the food, your carbs, your proteins and your fats, but getting a good balance of all three.
Okay, so the way this thing's going to pan out here is you're going to be running classes,
Yes.
and you'll also do one-on-one sessions with particular real estate agents.
Yeah, I sit down and look at their lifestyle, look at those 5 aspects that we spoke about. Teaching the classes, the ones that we spoke of earlier, the yoga, Pilates, a circuit class, boxing, that sort of thing. Supervising over the fitness centre to make sure that the ones that are using it day to day are using it in a safe manner, and then personal training and massaging other members of the staff as well.
Okay, I want to ask you your top 3 tips to real estate agents out there watching this clip on becoming real estate fit.
Sure. Well, it's a high stress environment. So my first thing was to be giving that outlet. Find something that if it's exercise, great, or at that downtime. You are spread over a lot different hours than your normal 9 to 5. So you do have weekend commitments. Find some time that you can block out of your diary that is committed, as important as a sales meeting or something else, to be there for you.
Like treat it as an open for inspection,
Absolutely.
non-negotiable.
Not negotiable, you cannot change, and that is a massage, that is meditation time, it is walking the dog on the beach or family time.
Yeah.
Whatever that time is, but it's committed. That would be number 1.
Number 2?
You're on the road a lot. You're in and out of opens, you're in and out of sales. Being prepared. Road food is not a good option.
Right.
And you're going to see it here, and you're going to see it in the face, and you're going to see it in your energy levels. And when those things are affected, your sales are going to be affected.
So by that mean actually spending time and planning what you're going to eat that day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you're not one that's comfortable in the kitchen, know some familiar food places on the routes that you go. Most agents will work in a particular district or in a particular area. So find reliable suppliers of good quality food. Spend some time talking to the local shop owners and say, this is what I want this sort of food. Get to know them, call them in advance, whatever you need to, whatever the preparation might be. Take it with you or know a good source of good food.
Number 3?
Really, just be active. You've got to get yourself in the mode mentally for your open, for the sale, for the auction, whatever it might be. Exercise is a great way to get your mind set. It's also a great way to clear the mind at the end of the day. So you do have that separation of work and home life. So be as active as you can. Find an outlet that you enjoy. Some people it's kickboxing. Some people it's circuit training. Some people it is that mental clarity from yoga. Whatever it might be, find a physical outlet and pursue it.
Cardio or weights?
Weights.
Wow. Okay, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
It's excellent. We're going to check in again in about a year's time to see what's happening with these bodies.
I look forward to it.
Anyone that knows Tom Panos knows I'm obsessed with 5am Club. I'm obsessed with having world-class fitness. I'm obsessed with knowing that your next massage might get you your next listing. And I'm obsessed about having clarity, awareness, and I, like Anthony too, have gone through cancer, and we know that it's really hard to get a listing with vendor paid advertising if you're having chemo in the morning. So I say to people, have a really strong focus on having world-class fitness, because real estate is simply about energy management, and the agent that's got the most amount of energy generally wins. Thanks a lot. See you next time.